Washington, congressional Republicans, buoyed by the Senate's approval early Saturday of a landmark tax overhaul, are confident that final legislation would be sent to President Donald Trump by the end of this month. The looming legislative victory for Trump, his first, comes, however, as accusation and counter-accusation continue to fly over the Russia-Trump investigation, amid another typical Trump Twitter storm attacking the FBI. Two different tax bills containing big corporate and personal tax cuts worth $1.5 trillion have now been approved by the House and the Senate. The bills diverge in significant ways. The same forces that rocketed the measures to passage appear likely to bond Republicans in the two chambers as they work to hash out the differences. The plow has flown through Congress in the months since a bill was introduced in the House, with Republicans united in their belief in the economic power of tax cuts and desperate for a legislative victory to appease restless campaign donors and base supporters. The tax cuts will reduce the corporate tax rate to 20 or 22% from 35%, and also deliver income tax cuts to families, though the extent of the tax relief will vary, with some better off and some worse off. Both the Senate and House bills will vary the range of deductions available for ordinary taxpayers, and are therefore projected to cut taxes initially for the bulk of middle-class taxpayers, yet raise them on millions of other middle-class families. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. The cuts are very unpopular, as most perceive them as favoring the rich and delivering little, or in some cases nothing, to middle-income families. A Washington Post/ABC News poll in early November found that only 1/3 of Americans support the tax plan, while half oppose it. 6 in 10 said the legislation's tax cuts favor the rich. Most credible economic analyses say it will also add to the deficit. The nonpartisan Joint Committee on Taxation projected it would add $1 trillion to the deficit over a decade, disputing the insistence by Republicans that it would pay for itself through economic growth. As Republicans celebrated the tax cut vote over the weekend, the White House was dealing with the fallout from the guilty plea of Trump's former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn to lying to the FBI about his Russian dealings. Trump unleashed a characteristic pre-dawn Twitter storm, attacking the FBI in a series of tweets which included a denial that he had asked former FBI Chief James Comey to stop investigating Flynn. Just more fake news covering